Okay, could you give us a small introductory, let's say, description of who you are exactly? What do you do? For someone who does not know anything about your initiatives or your fight about a more sustainable future in this planet.
My name is Bertrand Picard. I am a medical doctor, psychiatrist, and an explorer. I flew around the world non-stop in a balloon, and I flew around the world in a solar-powered airplane, and now I'm launching a new project of flying around the world in a hydrogen airplane. And my goal is to explore new ways of doing, new ways of thinking, especially in terms of promoting a better quality of life on Earth, protection of the environment with efficient solutions, and bring maybe a bit more common sense in the current debate between ecology and industry.
So, have we lost common sense in the planet regarding the future of this fragile pale blue dot?
I think we lost common sense completely in our world today, because we are still using technical solutions that are 120 years old. Badly insulated buildings, outdated heating, cooling and lighting systems, thermal engines who lose 3/4 of the energy you put, old industrial processes, dirty fossil fuels, and our world is the world of the past. And you still have incumbents who believe that we can continue like this, living in the past, which is bad for the environment, it is bad for the quality of life, but it's also bad for the economy, for the profit. Because if you waste so much energy, natural resources, even the waste are wasted because you don't understand it's a resource, of course you miss all the new profitable solutions. And this is what I'm pushing with my Solar Impulse Foundation. It's to identify solutions that protect the environment in an economically profitable way. And try to reconcile ecology and industry. Try to show that whatever is your political party, you will find something for you as a benefit into these solutions. At the same time, you protect the environment, so it's good for the ecologist. You improve the purchase power of the poorest people because you are more profitable with the management of energy if you are more efficient. It makes lower energy bills for the people who are modest. It's also good for the center-right because it develops job creation, economical development, and it's also good for the right wing and the sovereignist who are asking to have more energy independence, more local jobs. So if we present it like this, these solutions can really reunify all the different trends. And if everybody is working together to promote these solutions, everyone will get the profit and the benefit out of it, instead of continuing the old world that has no future.
Why exactly is this not understood by the median civilian with a median level of income, median level of, let's say, education or understanding of the world, that what you described is a win-win-win situation?
Yes.
Why at this point, 2024, I'm not talking about the past or the future, why is it now what you described not exactly understood and probably in a way also celebrated? What do we do wrong? Who does something wrong?
You have a lot of political trends who would like to promote themselves by fighting against the others. So you have the ecologists who say protection of the environment is sacrificial, expensive, you need to degrow, you need to make sacrifice in mobility and comfort. And of course, this is not a trend that is very popular for the other people. On the other side, you have the incumbent industries who want to keep their processes, who want to keep what they do, and they say, look, ecology is a disaster. It's going to destroy our economical system. And they fight against each other instead of looking at the intersection of interest and the win-win between the two. Not everything is win-win. You have ecological things that are too expensive. You have profitable things that are too much polluting and inefficient. But the intersection in the middle is about profitability and ecology. And this makes jobs, it develops the economy, it protects the environment, it increases the energy sovereignty. So there's only advantages. So we have to stop dividing to promote only ourselves in order to be able to promote what will reconcile everybody.
Sometimes to market something, as marketeers say, you need a good catchphrase or a good, I don't know, keyword to plant into the minds of the people, right? Do you think with everything you do, and you described it very well, there is something that from this talk we're having is the catchphrase, it's the keyword?
Yes. I believe that instead of saying that we have to decarbonize, which creates a lot of resistance, doubt, fears, we have to promote modernization. We have to modernize our world. We have to bring our world from an inefficient past to an efficient and modern present. And if we do that, it's at the same time ecological, profitable, and it's also social. So modernize and decarbonization will be the logical consequence of the modernization. And nobody can be against modernization, but we have to explain it correctly.
And we have to explain that what we now perceive as modern is not modern anymore, right?
Absolutely. You know, the thermal engine, the badly insulated houses, the inefficient heating, cooling, lighting systems, linear economy instead of circular economy, fossil fuels, all this is profoundly inefficient. A thermal engine loses 73% of the gasoline at 2 euros per liter that you put in the tank. An electrical motor loses 3% instead of 73%. So the world can be much more efficient if you put a well-insulated building with solar cells and heat pumps. You reduce your energy bill by 80%. At the end, it's an energy bill that is divided by 5. So it's good for everybody. And it's also good for the competitivity of Europe. We forget that there was a huge evolution in the price of renewable electricity. 20 years ago, when I launched the Solar Impulse project, solar electricity was 40 times more expensive than it is today. Today, in countries like Portugal, Greece, South Italy, the kilowatt hour of solar electricity produced can be as low as 1.5 cents. It's unbelievable, but it's like this. And you still have people who say, oh, solar energy, it's an anecdote, it's too expensive, it's only for the rich. No, solar energy is for everybody, and especially for the people who would like to pay their electricity cheaper. And in Greece, there is a French company called Akuo Energy who is electrifying islands, producing wind and solar electricity, organizing an electrification of the island for everything, including mobility.
So let's come to Greece, where I would like to end with my country, because in any way, what an interview like this would bring would be different from someone who is asking questions from a country where we don't have these possibilities, but now I'm from a country which has so many possibilities. And of course, we feel guilty, us who are in this generation, 40 plus, that we have not done enough as people or as journalists to create a country which would be, let's say, a model to aspire to. What would you describe, how would you, let's say, form an idea of an ideal Greece regarding everything we've talked about?
As long as you look for silver bullets, miraculous solutions, you will miss the target. What needs to be done is to go through all the solutions that exist, one after the other, and look which one can be implemented in each country. So you look all the ones that are good for Greece. It's not the same than the one for Norway, Sweden, Switzerland, France. It's different. We need to look according to the type of methodology, the type of economy, the social issues, the economic issues, the geography. Then you choose exactly what fits the country. And this is something that a lot of people forget. There are thousands of solutions, and they need to be sorted out for every type of user.
Sometimes the problem, let's say, Greek people have with that is that they understand what you're talking about, but they're afraid to ask, or they don't know who to ask to custom design their solution. They don't know who to talk to. That is a problem, I think. Or maybe we have it as a country. I don't know if other countries have more easily.
No, you are right. There is a gap between the people who produce the solutions and the people who can use these solutions. And this is the gap that we try to fill with the Solar Impulse Foundation. We have the Solution Explorer on our website, which is a search engine for solutions. If you would like to be more efficient in digital industry, then you find the solutions for that. For buildings, it's the same. For mobility, it's the same. For production of energy, it's the same. For waste management, it's the same. You will find each time exactly what you need. And this is what we want to show. It's not difficult to go into ecological transition because solutions exist. It's not expensive because they are economically profitable. And why are they profitable? Because they're efficient. If you're efficient, you lose less. So your margin of profit is higher and you can reimburse the upfront investment. So it's okay for the industry, for the agriculture, for tourism, for mobility, for absolutely everything. But of course you need to identify what is economically profitable in every situation.
Lastly,
we are creating now what we call the Solar Impulse Academy, which is a training for countries or regions or cities or companies in order to help them to identify the solutions they need. And I'm in touch with a Greek Minister of Energy in order to see how we could develop that between the Solar Impulse Foundation and Greece.
Excellent. Lastly, what would you tell the young Greek people, those who are, let's say, 50, 70, 17 years old, 18 years old, if you had, we have few youth now, all of Europe is aging, but the youth we have, if you had them all in front of you and you would like in 1 or 2 minutes to tell them something, a message for Greece especially,
yes,
or for what to do, to choose.
Go into the education that will open the opportunities for the new type of jobs. Because we have a huge lack of skills for all the implementation of these efficient technologies. You have not enough people trained to renovate houses, to install solar panels, to install heat pumps, to drill for geothermy. Not enough people in the administration who know about the new trends. Not enough people in management and finance and economy who know about these new trends. So they really need to go into this type of education. Certainly not the type of education that was before, because we need new skills. And the one who have the new skills will have an employment for life. There will be no unemployment in that field.
When are you flying with the next project?
Excuse me?
When are you flying with the next project?
With the new project, we are building the plane in the next 2 years. Then we're testing the plane during 2 years, and we'll fly around the world in 2028.
So let's hope we meet again just before you take off, because it's very exciting.
We'll keep you informed.
Thank you very much for everything.
It's welcome.